Hi guys, welcome to another episode of 15 Minutes with me. I am in another location, and so I am all sorts of messed up on my time. So I said, I'm ready. Hopefully you're ready. So let's just do this. The only snafu that I have is I wanted to put my AirPods in so that I would have better audio, and I used my friend's AirPods earlier, and so I don't know if my AirPods are connected. I'm thinking that they're not because I think I would have heard my own voice, and I don't. So we'll see if I can get the AirPods working. I think I'll have better audio. Anyway, so today's quote, I haven't been everywhere, but it's on my list. And that is by Susan Sontag. And I picked that one because, as you can see, I am in a new location. I am actually in the sunny state of Florida. I'm visiting a friend for a few days, and I'm actually on her lanai. A lanai is not something that we have in Illinois, but they're very popular in Florida. It's basically a screened-in porch, and they're very common here. She's on the second floor, which I'm glad that she's on the second floor because she was telling me about her, the critters and the animals that are here in Florida, and come to find out there's a lot. And in Florida, they believe that the animals are, this is their home and that we are just visitors. And so they have, obviously, your alligators, they have your crocodiles, they have bears, just weird animals here, and of course snakes. She showed me her friend's condo. I think this is actually considered a coach house. Her friend's house, and they had plastic wrap over the toilets so that snakes do not come up from the toilets. So, every state has their thing. Florida has that. I wanted to wish everybody a happy belated Martin Luther King Day. I hope you all had a wonderful day off. It was a nice break after our Christmas break and our New Year's break to have just another break. But I don't know when our next day off is. Maybe Lincoln's birthday. So acknowledge that. And then I wanted to give you the answer to last week's quiz for anybody that guessed. I think I had a few people guessing. So I'm out here in Florida, right? So I don't have all my typical paperwork. So I didn't have my questions from last week. I had to remember them, which I did. And here are the answers. I asked you what was the other astrological sign besides Capricorn for January, and the answer is Aquarius. What state joined the Union in January of 1959, and it was Alaska. And why was January named after the Roman god Janus? And it was because he had two faces, one face to face the future and one face to face the past. Very interesting, right? That's what I thought. So this week's trivia question is going to be dedicated to traveling, as I am traveling. And so the first question that I have for you guys this week is, what is the state that is most visited in the United States? What is your guess? Oh, shucks, I got the sun coming in. We have sun. I'm so happy about that. The second question is, what is the number one tourist attraction in the USA per Google? This is where I got my information from. So I'm going to turn it a little bit, maybe get out of the sun a little bit. There we go. Just move a little bit. The third question is, what is the most visited city in the world? And this surprised me. I had no idea that so many people visited this city in this particular part of the world. So that was a tip. That was a clue. Obviously, it's not in the United States. That's the only clue that I can give you. So I like to always talk about housing market and real estate. And when I got out here, my friend showed me around, and the living out in Florida is very different than the suburbs of Illinois. They have a lot of condos here, a lot of close housing. Like they have like 8 units per building, but they're spacious. The home I'm in now is like 3,200 square feet. So they're not small. They're plenty big, but they are just right next to each other. Each one is right next to the next one. So I got me thinking about having a second home. Now, I don't have a second home, like a vacation home, but I know a lot of people do have second homes. And it says 20. So how do you decide where to have a second home? And what are the factors that people consider when they're thinking about getting a second home? Like right off the top of my head, I think probably from a warm climate, if that's what you're looking for. And then if you're looking at a warm climate, do you want water, which might be your Florida, your Carolinas, that kind of area, or maybe you want something that is more arid and more scenic. Maybe that might be Arizona. And if you are more into water sports or snow activities, you might have a second home in like a Wisconsin, Michigan, northern Michigan area. It might be somewhere that you can drive to as opposed to flying. So that's the other factor. Do you want a second home that you can drive to, or do you mind taking a flight out for a few weeks here and there each year? A little bit of stats. So 26.75% of residents in Marriott, Iron Mountain, Wisconsin, Michigan are owners of second homes. So that is like the biggest population of second homes. And it's this 54 miles of Iron Mountain from Wisconsin to Michigan, and it's in 2 counties. But I guess a lot of people have a second home there. I've never even heard of this area. I had to Google it because I saw Wisconsin, Michigan. It's like 2 different states. So it's a pretty big area. And they must be known for, I guess, snow stuff, and because I think Wisconsin, cold, skiing, sledding, snowboarding, and the like, and then maybe they have water. I don't know much about it. If anybody has ever been there, please share your information, because I don't know anything about that area. But it is a very popular area. Second homes are not the same as investment properties. So a lot of times people think, I'm going to get a second home and I'm going to use it as an investment property. It's very tricky. You have to know your information. You have to talk to either your accountant or your lawyer, get all of your information and know what's what. Because in a second home, like here, my friend's neighbor has a second home. So they have a home here in Florida, and then they have another home in New Jersey. Well, they keep all of their personal stuff here year round. So they have their clothes here, and all their toiletries are here, and whatever else they have as a home owner in their house here. And then they also have the same in New Jersey. So you're not going to really rent out your home to someone when all of your personal stuff is there, right? So you have to be cognizant of that if you're buying a second home with the thought, okay, I'll go there 3 months out of the year, or whatever you decide to do, that the home is staged or lived in a way that it is fine for strangers, if that makes sense. Also, your second home is not your primary residence, and again, for legal and tax reasons, you have to do your own research on that and get your information to find out which of your 2 homes will be claimed as your primary residence. When you're buying a second home, I found this to be interesting. When you're buying a second home, the mortgage lender is going to want you to have a higher credit score, and they are most likely going to give you a higher interest rate, and they might require a higher down payment. Now, if you can afford to buy a second home, you might be in a position to pay cash. And if you do, kudos to you. That's awesome. But not everybody is as fortunate as others. And so if you have to finance it, those are just some of the things to be aware of. And your second home can become your primary residence. So if somebody has a house out here, and let's say they say, we're done with our other house in Illinois, you have to do some things to make the Florida your primary residence. And, it's fine if you're going to do it because you're relocating or you're downsizing or, whatever the reason is. And then finally, I found this to be interesting as well. FHA loans cannot be used for a second home. So if you are thinking about getting a second home, just know that you cannot you can't finance it with FHA. You have to go conventional. I'm not sure about VA. That would be a question for a loan officer. I would think not, but I don't know for certain. And also, you could pay cash. Or if you got a gift from someone, you could also go that route. So I hope you found that as interesting as I did. I am sending warm thoughts to all of my friends and family out in Illinois. I am, of course, your realtor of choice in Illinois because I'm not a realtor in Florida. But if anybody is ready to make a move in Illinois, even if you're thinking about moving to Florida, I can help you get there, and I can help you find a realtor on this side in Florida. I've been doing a little bit of research over here in Florida, trying to find some realtors to partner with for those people that are ready to make a move. But in the meantime, you guys stay warm. I know you guys, I think, are having some snow tonight, and I would like to just come back when all of it is over, but you guys need me. You need me, I get it. So I will be there for you. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.